Hello. I just noticed something very new. So I'm sitting at my kitchen island. I was actually having breakfast and I was watching a little bit of YouTube. And it's winter time. And so there's hardly any lights and the sun hasn't really been shining lately. But it is today. It's actually a very lovely day today. But I'm sitting here at my kitchen island and in front of me is our kitchen window. And I don't think I've mentioned it, but one of my issues is that I cannot sit and have natural light from a window shine in my face. I can't see probably. It really bothers me. And when I sit here, I usually pull down the curtain because the neighbor has a garage with a door on it that shines really bright through the window out there. So that shines in my face. Can't really see it when you're close, but when you zoom out, you kind of get the idea. So when I sit here, I always pull down the curtain. And I don't need to do it today. And that's kind of weird. Oh, somebody just passed our door. Vigo saw that. Well, anyway. It's not, Vigo. It's not that it doesn't bother me, because it still does, but not as much. It's not to a point. Vigo, stop. Kom her. Vigo, kom. Og det var godt. Og det var godt, du er dygtig. It's not to a point where I'm getting frustrated and it's really hard to describe the feeling of, I don't know how to describe how it felt before or how it usually feels when the light is right up my face. But I can't really see, and that's why I pull down the curtains. But I'm okay. Maybe that's improving too. I don't know why it would be. I do have more energy. So I am more relaxed. I'm not as uptight as I usually are. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I would really like for that to disappear. That is another thing that I will absolutely not miss. I'm also hoping for my migraines to go away. I think I'm closing in, maybe a week from now, I'm closing in on a migraine attack. So I'm kind of curious if that's gonna happen or if it's gonna wait. I really wanted to wait. I think I said in an earlier video that I wanted to be able to manage my migraines. I don't think you can ever manage them. I think that's a wrong word I used. If I could get rid of them entirely, that would be really nice. I don't think I can. But if I can minimize the amount of attacks. Once it was just once every like 18 months, year and a half, approximately. As I said earlier, now they are 10 to 12 times a year. And I have looked at my cycle, but I don't think it has anything to do with my hormones and my period in that regards, because it's not regular. It comes and goes whenever it wants. So yeah, but hopefully it's improving. That would be really nice. Also in my eyes, I have very bad vision. I am nearsighted, and I have been for many, many, many years. It started when I was a teenager. Um, so, but that part is still the same. But inside my eye, where the fluids are, I have a lot of dead cells, I think she said. So my vision fogs up sometimes. And I think that's why it really bothers me with the lights, because it's hard for me to focus. It's just hard to see. And when it's hard to focus, it's kind of like my eyes are focusing on what's inside my eyeball. Does that make sense? But that started when I was stressed. I remember thinking, whoa, my vision changed so fast. And I went to the eye doctor, and they couldn't really tell the difference in my vision. But then when they looked inside my eye, they could tell. I was, at this time when I did the test, I was somewhere in my late 30s, and she said that I had vision like a person in their late 60s. That's a bummer. I don't know. She said there's nothing I can do about it. I kind of somehow feel like that's not true. If you know anything about stuff like that, let me know, because that has bothered me for so long. It's hard for me not to see, because right now I see perfectly. But then when all this in my eyes stirred around, I can't really see. So if I'm in the classroom walking around and I'm looking into somebody's papers and they ask me a question, I'll be like, hold on, just a second. Now I'm ready, because I can't see. I need whatever is in my eye to just, I don't know if it's falling, if it has to fall down or slow down, or if it's even moving. I don't know how it works, but I can't see, and it takes me a second, a minute to just be able to focus. And it also bothers me when I'm out walking, because for some reason when I'm out walking I don't see the problem, but the problem is actually worse when I'm out walking. So if I meet people that I know, I can't recognize them. So I'm always looking at things, to combine a picture of the person. For instance, I see the dog, because I'm usually walking my dog. So I will look at the dog, I will look at what they're wearing, hats, gloves. My neighbor next door, they use an orange leash for their dog. And so when I see that, because I might not recognize the dog, it's just a brown dog, so I might not even be able to see the dog clearly. But I see the orange leash, so I know that it's Thomas, my neighbor. It's usually him walking the dog, because the dog pulls a lot. So yeah, that's my vision that changed during my stress as well. I haven't mentioned that at all, because it's a minor problem in all my problems, but it is a problem. And all these things combined also, that steals my energy. So there's so many little things. Sound bothers me a lot. Too. Smells bothers me. I had PE, physical education, last year with the now 6th graders, the 5th graders last year. And I had to tell them that they couldn't use as much deodorant in changing rooms, because when I passed through, I wouldn't be able to breathe and I would get a headache. My daughter has that as well. I don't think that has anything to do with my whole situation, but I think it's worse because of the situation. So that bothers me as well. Actually, I might have ADD, but I haven't been to a psychiatrist yet, but the doctor has made the paperwork because I have a lot of the symptoms. And my sister has ADD, so it runs in the family. So it might also just be that. My daughter has it as well. If I'm cooking something with garlic in it, she will evacuate to her room, and I will have to air out the rest of the house before she comes out again. She can't go to the dairy. We go there. We have been there a couple of times to buy cheese. We have a dairy in town, and they make really nice cheese. When we go there, Valdemar, he will be, I don't know if you can do that anymore because of COVID, but before COVID, they would have taste samples all over the store and little toothpicks in them. And Valdemar would go from one to another, and he would taste, and even though they were so strong cheeses, he didn't question. He would just taste, and then he would be like, Mom, I don't like this one. But he is a foodie. Emolina left the store because she couldn't be in there because of the smell. But I remember that as a teenager, we went to France and to a perfume factory. I had to leave as well, and I was standing outside with a really bad headache. And I remember my dad, he came out to me and was like, I can't be in there, it's too much. My mom thought I was being obnoxious, but my dad he believed in me. So, and I didn't feel good in there. I couldn't stand being in there. So I don't use perfumes and stuff like that. Of course I use deodorant, but we don't really use things with smells in here at our house because it bothers us. So some of these things may be ADD. I don't know. But a lot of the things going on is definitely because of the stress. And those are the things that I need to eliminate. And maybe I'm sitting here with the lights still shining in my face, natural light, and I'm okay with it. So it's just a really big improvement. I thought I would share. But have a nice day.